Rooga, how's it going, man?
I'm good. I'm feeling good today.
That's
Real
what's up,
good.
man. I'm out here in Chicago. Came to work with you guys. Like what you guys got going. You did some impressive numbers. Blickathon, over 6 million views.
hmm Yeah, that's definitely a great thing. Definitely been keeping my foot down, man.
Yeah, that's what's up. So, well, let's start from the beginning. And this is your first time working with me, so we'll kind of try to cover your story and go back about growing up and everything. What part of Chicago are you from?
South Side, South Side, Inglewood, Washington Park area.
Okay. What was it like for you growing up there?
Well, when I first moved around there, it was good as a child. You know what I'm saying? When I first moved over there, it was fun. Everybody doing, doing kid things, hooping in the park, chilling with the girls, just everybody outside having fun. But I grew up, went to school, got a little older, smoking weed. You know how that go.
Mm.
Just a typical life thing. Just yeah, you know how this hood shit is, man. This shit just got real out of hand nowadays.
Okay. Well, at what age did you start getting involved in the streets?
Like involved in the streets. Like when I say the streets, I'm gonna say like I wouldn't say involved. I say where I moved at, where I was living at. You know what I'm saying? That's where I lived. I started with my friends. It started with my friends. Living over there, the school I'm going to. So that's what kind of drifted me to the streets, because that's where my school was at. You know what I'm saying? On that block where everything go down at, my friends I met, everybody was from over there. So that's what kind of drew me to the streets and hanging out over there with my friends and the people that I knew.
Right, right. How do you remember how old you were?
And I was about a good 13, 12, 13.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That in Chicago, a lot of the times, people get involved in the streets at a really early age.
Yeah, they really young, like especially nowadays. Today, kids young, I'm talking 12, 11. I've seen an 11-year-old like out here, for real. Shit
Yeah.
crazy.
Okay. What was some of the things that you seen at that age growing up? What made you want to get involved in the streets at that age, at such an early age?
As far as involved, I was always the type, sometimes you just can't help it that you live in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say involved. It's more so, that's where I was from. And it's like, that's where I was living at. Like I was saying, and what made me get involved was like the people I was around.
So you were more born into it, you feel?
It's like I was young, you know what I'm saying? I moved over here. We living over here. We don't really know about this neighborhood. We moved over here
How old were you when you moved to that neighborhood?
like 12,
Oh,
12.
okay. So
See what
right
I'm
when you
saying?
moved, you started all the
Basically,
people you met.
before that, I was young. I was basically too young to even, be out late or, you know what I'm saying, to be introduced to shit. I was just in school. All I knew was school and home, you know what I'm saying, and with my brothers. But other than that, that's what really kind of made me branch out, being outside. And what got me involved was just like the people I was around, surrounding myself around.
Oh, okay. All right. What were some of the things that was going on around that time?
Back then, like when I was 13, like that,
Yeah.
a lot of fun shit. Like all I could remember is fun shit. Like we was young. I was in grammar school back then. We was on tag and MySpace and shit. And I remember being in the front just playing, you know what I'm saying? Being out with friends, just chilling, enjoying the weather, like laughing, joking, everybody just outside. That's what the things that was going on. Ice cream truck rolling over here. You got the kids over here jumping rope playing. Everybody doing what they doing, you know what I'm saying? But you always had the bad side of the streets, you know what I'm saying? The people who sold the drugs, the people that killing was always going on back then. That shit was, it ain't just start, but it wasn't like it was. It wasn't like that back then. Like, shit was really fun.
So it was still, so it wasn't as violent back
Nah,
at that point in time.
nah, it wasn't.
Okay. What one point did you notice the increase in violence?
I went to jail. It took for me to go to jail. I went to jail 2010. I did a whole year. I got out 2011, November. That's when I noticed everything changed. It wasn't the same. When I went in, before I went in, shit was fun. I was 17, you know what I'm saying? That was when I was eligible to go to the county. I went there as soon as when I turned 17. So everything, we went from chilling on the block to having fun, you know what I'm saying? Not having no enemies, none of that shit. Come home, shit just different. Everything changed. Come home, it took for me to really get like shot at. You know what I'm saying? To realize this shit's serious. Like, this not how it was.
So you were 17 when you caught your first case?
Yeah.
What'd you go to jail for?
A possession of a firearm.
Okay. And they gave you a year for that?
Yeah. They really gave me 2 years.
Oh, okay.
But, you got to do half of that time, so I did a year.
Your brother, Scrap.
Yeah.
Was he your older or your younger brother?
Youngest brother. I got five brothers.
Oh,
I'm the second to the youngest. He was my youngest brother.
Oh, okay. Are they all involved in the streets or?
We all was, you know what I'm saying, around, My older two brothers, they was basically where we was living at before we moved to where we was at, where I'm, from. They was kind of older, so they was already had the neighborhood. They chose where they wanted to be, you know what I'm saying? Or people who they wanted, they friends, you know what I'm saying? They already had their friends of where they wanted to be. So my big brother and them, they was really like from a different neighborhood, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
But we
okay.
was always together when it came down to it in the house, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Family. Yeah, of course. So you come home from jail and you notice that things are a lot more violent in the streets. Was there any incident in particular that sticks out that made you go, okay, shit's different now? You know what I'm saying? Like I need to move different. I need to change how shit is.
To be honest, it was a lot of incidents. Shit, it was just like I said, getting shot at. Shit, that'll wake you up. You know what I'm saying? Just being comfortable and, to be honest, I was like lacking. Now people was telling me like I knew, you know what I'm saying, what was going on, but I still was immune to how I was moving and I was used to doing what I was doing. And it took for me to get shot at, real life, like I almost lose my life, real shit.
How close were the bullets to you?
Like looking at you right now, like
Oh,
close.
the dude was that close?
Close, like running, you know what I'm saying? All type of shit, man.
Yeah.
Luckily, I, could get away and